Dueling Dialogues is brought to you by our affiliates at IX Web Hosting. Click the banner on the rightleftchronicles.com to get up to 40% off your first year of the best hosting on the planet. Today's episode of Dueling Dialogue is brought to you by Saucy Eva. Gma's marinade is coming soon to a plate near you to gourmetize your meats and proteins. Coming to you from that once-forgotten artery that pulses through the center of the continental United States and into the heart of the Ozarks, Grace Matthews. Looking in from the northern border, our Canadian friend, along with his countrymen feeling the effects of U.S. political issues, Connor Murphy.
Welcome to Dueling Dialogues, episode 36. I'm Connor Murphy, here with Grace Matthews. Hi, Grace. How you doing today?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing okay, except I ran out of cream for my coffee.
Oh my gosh, that's a tragedy.
So there was this other stuff in the fridge, and I, give it a little dose, but it's like vanilla caramel. Now, caramel goes with your coffee. Vanilla? Really?
Yeah, I don't. But
yeah.
my kids like vanilla in coffee, so it might be a generational thing.
I think all flavoring just needs to stay away from coffee.
You got to bleep there, bud.
Yeah.
We are on the air now.
Yeah, I'm a little bit grumpy. You can tell, right?
I can tell you need more coffee.
Yeah. Ugh. Sorry. So
No
what do we got today?
We have got a lot of stuff, a whole lot, but we're going to talk about Donna Brazile first.
Yeah, how could we not?
She's like my hero now.
Yeah.
And we absolutely agree on nothing political.
Yeah, exactly.
But I love this woman, Anyway, she is taking a risk. And when people talk about her credibility, talk about the fact that she might be doing this to sell books, okay, so if she is, that doesn't really bother me. I'm a capitalist. But she is walking out on a limb.
Oh, for sure.
And I'm talking safety. And she talks about that. From her book, Hacks, Donna Brazile speaks often about the D.C. murder of DNC employee Seth Rich. We discussed it the other day.
Yeah.
I'm quoting Donna from her book right now. I felt responsible for Seth Rich's death. I didn't bring him into the DNC, but I helped keep him there working for voters' rights. With all I knew now about the Russians hacking, I could not help but wonder if they had played some part in his unsolved murder. Besides that, racial tensions were high that summer, and I worried that he was murdered for being white on the wrong side of town. Elaine, a friend of hers, expressed her doubts about that, and I heard her. The FBI said they did not see any Russian fingerprints there. We must remember whoever killed Seth Rich wasn't after money or valuables because they left those on him. And I just want to remind our listeners of that.
Yeah.
Donna Brazile may very well be the strongest, most heroic and transparent person inside the Beltway right now. After decades of tireless service to the DNC and thankless candidates, she's risking everything to tell all, ultimately allow the party to purge and move forward towards the future with a fresh start. She did this even after being warned about her own safety.
Right.
An insider federal agent, after Seth's murder, told Donna she needed protection. That included cameras, alarms, and backup power at her house. She took that advice.
Wow.
And, she dedicated the book to Seth Rich. Now, just a little refresher. We remember that Fox News was ostracized about this. Someone filed suit against them. I'm not really sure who filed suit against them. They were supposed to turn some documents over about a month ago in Discovery. I'm not sure what happened then. Apparently, Sean Hannity still cannot speak of this because, he was accused of being a conspiracy theorist over this. But certainly Donna believes it. And what I'm going to read to you now from Donna's account, and according to the Daily Caller, will certainly have you thinking a lot differently about this. According to the Daily Caller and Donna's book, Hillary phoned Donna after her loss to President Trump. So consumed with Seth's murder, Donna asked Hillary to use some of the legal money that was set aside for emergencies to fund a private investigation into his murder. Donna claimed there was $3 million in that account. Hillary didn't answer. Instead, she said she really had to go.
Wow. So what happened to that $3 million?
Don't know. It didn't go towards solving Seth Rich's murder.
No, definitely not.
He was a kid. Cute.
That's pretty disgusting.
Dedicated kid. I saw pictures of him yesterday. He often wore flag shirts. You know, he had like flag shorts and shirt on the 4th of July. I mean, what a patriot.
What a shame.
Yeah. And, you know, he reminded me of my own son. Just very sad.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, Brazil has got some big, big balls.
She does. She's amazing. I said, I have absolutely nothing in common with her politically. But what she is doing is actually giving the party a chance.
Yeah, I think so
to
too.
Move forward. When you lay it on the table, the truth will set you free.
Right.
I mean, how many times have we been told that in our lives?
Yeah, they need to flush.
And that's what she is trying to do. She loves that party. She is a very dedicated person.
So is it safe to say she is your favorite Democrat?
Oh, clearly. If she ran for office, I'm not sure what I would do.
Sweet. That's
you know
cool.
me.
Yeah.
That's saying a lot.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, the Republicans are making me a nervous wreck.
Yeah.
This tax bill.
Okay.
I just want to throw this out there because I have been figuring right and left. I've been looking. I had another one of my chances to send a message to the president. And we know that's paid off for us before. And I brought this up. So basically wording it almost like I did to him. This tax bill that's getting thrown around with the conservatives has me very nervous about the people that make from $70,000 a year to $500,000. Now, if you're making $70,000 a year in pretty much any state, that's not that much. In some areas, it's destitution.
Right.
Now, this group that I'm talking about, between $70,000 and $500,000, without being able to take education, state tax, and health insurance deduction, this group is toast. And these are the people that drive the economy. They're the spenders. The rich people aren't spenders. They're not loyal. The poor people don't have any money to spend. It's this group between $70,000 and $500,000, the way the bill's written, that are going to get massacred if they don't make some changes in this. And I'm begging the president, we cannot let this happen. He cannot sign this bill if that is the way it's going to be. Because saying the first 24,000 won't be taxed, well, that's not going to make up for this, okay? You're talking about a lot of thousands here. For example, my health insurance alone is, what did I figure the other day? Without the deductible, is about $7,000 a year that I can take off my taxes.
Right.
You know, I have a kid in college telling me I can't take those fees off. State taxes, where I'm at, that's another, I don't know. It varies, but, you know, at least 10 to 14 grand that they're saying someone like me is not going to be able to take off.
And it's
right
gonna ripple right through the economy.
Exactly, because we can't spend that money. That's about 45,000, just based on someone similar to me that is not going to be spent elsewhere.
Yeah.
And you know what that says? Recession with a capital R.
Well, some of the corporations in the world have started to notice this. And I mean, recently, Amazon added 10,000 employees and Facebook is going to be adding 10,000 employees.
Exactly.
Big retail is going bankrupt everywhere because, and they're saying that it's, people buy online and on Amazon. And that's actually not really true.
No,
people
still don't.
They don't have the money.
Yeah. And the money is going elsewhere.
Paying taxes.
A lot of it paying taxes and health insurance.
Yeah.
You know, And then they're also, I don't know what they've done. I think they're going to allow a limited mortgage deduction. That's going to hurt some people, especially people that like to buy rentals.
Yeah.
That's going to destroy that industry for people. I don't really want any rentals because I don't like to go fix things, but the people that's their business. I have a brother that's his business. I don't know what the heck that means to someone like him.
Scary times.
There it is. And things are changing. And, sometimes we have ideals and they're wrong. We think things are a certain way and they're not. Since Trump took office, ICE or other immigration agents have been running rampant through my hometown. Not really that they care so much about the illegal immigrants as they see it as it relates to drugs. And as I've told you before, drugs are such a problem here. It is, you're more surprised by who doesn't take drugs than who does. And I'm talking really hard stuff, methamphetamine, heroin. We're talking very serious drugs, and fentanyl's now becoming a big deal. So anyway, I frequent a diner and a nail salon. And recently, both of those are like ghostly because ICE agents have run through there. And either they knew they were coming and they've left, or in the case of the diner, they arrested the guy and deported him. I mean, he owned the diner.
Wow.
But he was unable to pay his taxes because he wasn't a citizen. Now, this had me thinking after I went to the nail place, because I happen to know that a couple of the girls have been married for a significant time to U.S. citizens.
Right.
So I thought, why in the world would they be gone?
Yeah.
Because they should be on the track to citizenship, unless they had, a record or something. In fact, I that didn't even occur to me. But I looked it up, and it's not exactly how it is. If you didn't come into the country legally, marriage to an American citizen assures you nothing.
Right.
Now, they often will give that person the chance to leave the country and re-enter. So
they have to go through proper channels, right?
Right. So now, if they came here, like on a work visa or something, and they met somebody, they could stay. And they would be, it takes a long time, but they would be on an easier track to citizenship.
Right.
But it goes back to how they came into this country. If it was illegal, it doesn't do them any good. And I think most people are probably like me. I believed marriage was, I've watched too many movies.
Yeah.
And the movies, it's like are always rushing to marry American.
Yeah.
I guess maybe I missed the part where they had a appropriate visa or green card prior to that.
Right.
Okay, we move on to news today.
Okay.
Which is always we have the most fun with it.
Yeah.
Change.org has a petition. It's already signed by more than 31,000 people, asking Netflix to replace Kevin Spacey with Kevin James. Rumors suggest they are considering totally erasing Spacey from House of Cards through reshoots.
Oh, you're kidding. Oh, wow.
Yeah, is that crazy? 13 people now accuse Spacey of sexual harassment. Many of the males were very young when Spacey invaded their sexual space. But can you imagine? That's been a lot of seasons, hasn't it? I don't really watch it, but I know it's very popular.
Yeah, I've never seen it. I think it's in the 6th season or something like that.
Yeah, that'll be a lot of reshooting. And Kevin James, Kevin Spacey's not that funny. Kevin James is all about being funny to me. But
I know. He's the mall cop, man. I love those movies, actually. They were so goofy and predictable, but he's funny.
Oh, my middle son loves those. I mean, he just thinks it's hilarious.
Yeah.
I haven't really seen one, so I don't know. Everybody was talking about this election yesterday in Virginia between Ralph Northam and Ed Gillespie. Now, Ed Gillespie is not a big Trump supporter.
Right.
He's a little off and on, okay? So I'm not sure why it was supposed to be a referendum on Trump. I mean, could you say that Virginia is like, a mirror of the country, or I don't know. But I do know now, I guess. Last night, I think the best story out of Virginia was expressed by the election of a transgender woman to the Virginia state legislature. Like Northam, she beat a Republican. I, for one, would not call politics in Virginia a referendum, as the demographics do not represent the greater picture. I just think that Northam was going to win, and we should have believed he was going to win. He was replacing Terry McAuliffe, that was a Democrat, a Clinton Democrat. Many people that live in that northern part of Virginia work in D.C. I mean, how many people in D.C. proper voted for Trump? I mean, 1% or something. I mean, it was just like crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure why we expected that, I mean, we didn't, but a lot of the media's wanted it.
I don't think it was surprising at all.
I don't either. Okay, in 2012, the Texas church gunman escaped a mental facility. Boy, he was something else. This nut represents a systematic bureaucratic failure that was prevalent in the government during Obama's tenure. We now know that when he was court-martialed, that was not put into the files where it could be checked by civilian agencies, and it should have been. We know that this information was not in there about him escaping from a mental facility. He cracked the head of his baby stepson and beat his wife. None of those made it into the system for law enforcement to check.
That's absolutely insane.
It is so insane, such a meltdown. But again, over and over again, we have seen this during those years, the Veterans Hospital meltdown. It really seems like more of the same. We have a lot of military people, apparently, that have been serving with mental issues, because that's how Bergdahl got out of a life sentence.
Yeah.
They said he already had a mental illness when he went into the Army. Hello?
Yeah.
I thought we weren't supposed to do that.
How could everybody miss all of that? I don't know.
I don't either. I don't know. It's very sad. Okay, another sad piece of news. 2-time Cy Young Award winner Roy Halladay died when his plane crashed. He was a licensed pilot.
Yeah, that's a sad thing.
It's a very sad story, because he always wanted to be a pilot, but he couldn't take that kind of risk according to his contract while he was pitching. And so after he retired from the league, he got his pilot's license. So I don't think we know what went wrong yet. So right. Today is the 1-year election anniversary for Donald Trump. What a ride.
Yeah, it's been quite the year, hasn't it?
He's given us lots of material.
Yes, and still is.
Exactly. An update on Weinstein. His lawyer, David Boies, hired spies to watch Weinstein's victim. They tracked his accusers and even some journalists. Now, if you remember, David Boies was Gore's attorney during the election debacle with Bush, the missing Chad thing, or hanging Chad.
Yeah.
So that is the same attorney.
Weinstein just never ceases to amaze me. I believe he's got an arrest warrant in Toronto, and they've been trying to locate him for raping a girl 20 years ago or something like that.
Really? You guys don't have any statutes either?
Apparently not on rape. Yeah.
Yeah. It's really, scattered around the United States. For example, in New York, there are not statutes.
Well, nobody knows where he is right now, so he's hiding out somewhere.
Yeah, well, I assumed it was in California, but maybe not, huh?
I have no idea. If we knew, he would be arrested. So,
Yep, I think he will be arrested eventually.
Oh, for sure. He can't, everybody knows what his face looks like. He can't get away anywhere.
Yeah, that's true. Do you really trust China?
When it comes to Chinese food, yes.
Oh, Chinese is good. Chinese
Yes.
food is good. I like it. But 3 UCLA players were arrested in China on suspicion of shoplifting. Now, this is just the day before the president lands in China to negotiate with China's president about trade and Kim Jong Un.
What were they shoplifting, I wonder?
I don't know. I really don't know. But it sounds the suspicion sounds suspicious to me.
Why would, why?
One of
Why?
them is a brother of an NBA player. I don't know. It just doesn't seem right. I think that was too convenient. I don't know. I hope they allow them to leave China. So I don't want it to turn into one of those debacles, which has happened. Americans have been arrested in China, and it takes us forever to get them back.
Right.
Well, Virginia is not the only the only state or municipality to elect a transgender person. The first openly transgender person of color, Andrea Jenkins, won a seat on the Minneapolis City Council.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
There you go.
So, things are changing.
That's for sure.
But one thing isn't changing. North Korea is a mess. Defectors claim the place is becoming radioactive with birth defects on the rise.
Lovely.
Yeah. I suspect it, but we hadn't heard anything because he's just done so many tests that he's crushed the ground and he's got these people buried, under the surface.
Yeah. Yeah.
I forget how many earthquakes have occurred, that seismologists have registered. So I'm not one bit surprised, but I'm deeply saddened because that's just horrifying.
We haven't heard too much since then.
Well, that's true, but here he gives us just a little warning today. Kim Jong Un warns of an abyss of doom if the old lunatic Trump remains president.
Oh, wow. The old lunatic, he called him.
Yeah. The abyss of doom. I mean, that sounds like a good title for a good sci-fi book.
Yeah, or a movie.
Yeah, I like that. He's very clever sometimes.
Kim Jong Un presents.
The abyss of doom.
The abyss of doom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, well. Okay, here's a good one for you. Paris opens the first new diner. You know what? I think it's a great idea because I would not overeat. If I'm sitting there naked, I would be so conscious of not overeating. You know what? It might be a great tactic.
I'd be scared to order a donut from a male waiter. Oh, no.
Oh,
Yeah.
my gosh. Speaking of restaurants,
Okay.
according to one woman, Taco Bell is racist because she can't order French fries there.
Oh, I see. The French are not allowed in Taco Bell. Okay. Makes sense to me. No, it doesn't.
Oh people
my
come
God,
up with
what
anything to sue over.
next?
Yeah.
What next?
Oh, I've got a good one next.
Okay.
Remember the wrestler Andrea Dice Clay?
The comedian wrestler guy? Yeah.
Yeah, he does everything, though. He nearly died of a blocked artery recently. And now he's got this tell-all documentary coming out. In it, he claims, I mean, I have no reason to believe it's not true, that he was having 15 alcoholic drinks a day and has slept with 10,000 women.
Wow.
Anyway, it all played hell in his health. Nevertheless, he claims to have found redemption in church. Now, I don't know, but King Solomon had 1,000 wives. Now, I thought that was enough. I was impressed. I remember writing a whole essay about how he managed these 1,000 wives,
Did they say which artery is blocked and which wasn't?
No. No.
Okay.
Okay, Miley Cyrus, the wrecking ball chick.
Yeah.
What?
Wow, piece of work.
Better yet, she demands gun control.
demands it. Wow.
Yeah, I'd say if she demands it, what are we supposed to do?
Yeah, she showed up here in Canada a few times and demanded a few ridiculous things, so that she didn't know anything about,
She's a
obviously.
brat.
Yeah, well.
She's a brat, and she's not taking my gun. Okay, Taylor Swift has had the opposite issue. Some are calling her a white supremacist.
Yeah, I saw that in the news the other day. I had a chuckle over it.
Do you really think she even thinks about it?
No, absolutely not.
Little musical world. There's just something too sweet about her age. Seriously, she does not think about it. I'm sure of that.
Yeah, positive.
Okay, Hollywood's going nuts. Music industry's going nuts. The wrestlers are going nuts, and 5 of Johnny Depp's homes are being foreclosed upon.
Ooh.
How can he not have made enough money?
I have no idea. Why would you not just sell some of them?
Yeah, before it went into foreclosure. The market's good right now.
Johnny, get your together.
Yeah, that's just a really bad sign. Something deeper is going on there.
Yeah.
He needs some Jim Beam, but he probably won't drink it now because Jim Beam has fired spokesperson Mila Kunis. Now, she's the one that had a kid with Ashton Kutcher. I don't think they actually got married, but they were on the 70s show together.
Right.
Okay, so they fired her after she admitted to sending donations to Planned Parenthood, but under Vice President Mike Pence's name. Now, that is deeply, first of all, it's fraud. It's against the law. How did she think they could leave her in her contract?
Oh, wow.
The feds are probably going to be coming after her because that could cause him trouble later when he runs for president. Oh, after all, you gave money to Planned Parenthood. That is defamation. That is fraud. The idiot doesn't have a clue because she started #boycott Beam.
Wow.
What an egotistical.
She's cute, though.
I thought she was too till this. Now I don't think so. Okay, Gossip Girl star Ed Westwick is being investigated by LAPD for allegedly raping actress Christina Cohane 3 years ago.
Yeah, keeps on going.
It just keeps on going. We got a new one every time.
Yeah.
And sometimes 2 or 3.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it matters because we've got to leave soon because cosmologist Stephen Hawking says humans may need to leave Earth in less than 600 years or we'll implode with Earth.
Okay.
So get your spaceship fired up there, bud.
Yeah, should I start packing now?
Well, according to him, it wouldn't be a bad idea.
But we're leaving like 500 years from now. Should I start now?
Yeah, you're going to look really great then.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll have just as many fans out there.
Okay, this is very sad to us because it's been so good. But the judge has imposed a gag order on the Manafort Gates criminal cases.
Okay.
And to the Russian collusion, the Fall Guys. I say darn because we're not going to know anything until May 2018 unless there's leaks. That happens.
Yeah, there's purposeful leaks all the time. So we'll probably get a morsel here or there.
Okay, now, you think that the United States has gone nuts?
Yeah.
And we have a lot of times. But you know what? You've got some nutty people up there, too.
Oh, yes. Yes, we do.
And this irks me. Leftist members of a Canadian campus group at McGill University in Montreal admit to using anti-Semitic attacks to remove Jewish student Noah Liu from student government.
Wow.
I say pick him up.
Pretty
You guys don't go for that.
Well, no. That's,
you guys don't do that.
That's a typical Montreal, Quebec thing, I guess.
I didn't know they were anti-Semitic in that area.
I don't understand anything they do down there, but they're a favorite. They're the favorite child.
Not mine.
Yeah, not out west.
Well, and sometimes the news hits home. And It's very hard to cope with. Word has it, in a covert, actually sneaky, even deceitful act, for heaven knows why, Nutella has changed the recipe.
Oh my God.
Now they've added more powdered milk and sugar, so the content of the sugar's all higher, probably the carbs are higher, and people are rightfully livid, including me.
I don't even understand why they would do that.
I don't either. I mean, I can't understand at all why it... first of all, you don't raise the sugar in anything nowadays.
Yeah.
I mean, if anything, you decrease sugar content.
Exactly.
And the powdered milk, I mean, it wouldn't be more preserved. In fact, it would be less preserved.
That's like announcing you're changing the taste of bacon.
It wouldn't really be cheaper, I don't think. Yeah, that would really get people riled up.
Yeah.
But Nutella, oh my God. You could have a gluten-free crepe with Nutella. Do you know what? That is heaven for someone like me.
Yeah, I don't ever really eat that much Nutella. Peanut butter, on the other hand, lots.
I like peanut butter too. But Nutella is a treat.
Okay.
Okay, we have another tip.
All right.
Our tip the other day was for Republicans and conservatives. And, keeping with that and being fair, today our tip is for Dems. Okay. Democrats, listen up, because overnight we learned the same attorney hired by Hillary, the DNC, and others for the now famous Trump dossier that was construed, and I do say construed on purpose, by Fusion GPS. The same darn guy was caught in a meeting with the female Russian attorney before and after her infamous meeting with Donald Jr. What's that sound like to you?
Oh, a trap.
Does to me too. Now, here's a tip.
Okay.
When you are naughty, it's a good idea to mix it up. Use different people to do the dirty work. Otherwise, it's far too easy to bust your booty. And not nearly as interesting. It also makes a difference in whether the story is a TV movie or a big screen. Big screen movie.
Yes. So you need more minions.
Exactly.
I guess. That is a tip. I guess we can be in agreement there.
Yes, and we don't always agree. But life's a journey, and we're all in this together. Remember, don't become a victim. # nobody's victim. Thanks for listening. Godspeed, Connor, and Godspeed to all of our listeners out there.
Godspeed, Grace, and thanks for listening, everybody.
Dueling Dialogues is brought to you by our affiliates at IX Web Hosting. Click the banner on the rightleftchronicles.com to get up to 40% off your first year of the best hosting on the planet. Today's episode of Dueling Dialogue is brought to you by Saucy Eva. GMA's marinade is coming soon to a plate near you to gourmetize your meats and proteins.